It seemed like this young lady, Comfort Emmanson, is determined to go back to Kirikiri. I wasn't expecting that she was going to file a lawsuit against the federal government, Ibom Air and others. Now I understand if she had filed a lawsuit against just Ibom Air. But why are you filing a lawsuit against the federal government when it was the federal government that came to your rescue and released you from Kirikiri prison? Let me know in the comment section if you think that this is a right move. I think I'm on the fence right now because I think Comfort Emmanson, the hostess, the airline, they all share in they are going to share in the blame of what happened, of what took place on Ibom Air that particular day. The hostess, because she lifted her top up in order to expose her, and that was just so absurd and out of character for a hair hostess, somebody who should be treating the customers right, somebody who should be making sure that the customers get good service and are comfortable enough to come back, to use the airline again. And also Ibom Air for using their security men to, malhandle her. Let me just put it that way. Anyway, guys, Comfort Emmanson, like I said, she is equally to be blamed because she did not handle herself right. According to even the eyewitness that sat close to her on the flight, after the incident happened, let's assume that the hostess spoke to her rudely, and you've expressed your displeasure. Should that now go on for several hours, or God knows how long that the flight, took for them to land from Uyo to Lagos, and also the flight, according to eyewitness, she just she still went on and on and on and on and on and on and on. That just says a lot about her character and who she is. It only means that she does not know how to control her emotions. She does not know how to control her feelings. And on Facebook, I went to her Facebook page and I saw that on her bio, she said, she returns every, like, in short, that she gives clap back. Like, she does not know how to control anger. She returns bullshit with, deserving clap back or something like that, something along that line. And I don't anyway, let's just delve right into the details of today's news to take a look at which angle she's trying to come from, and on what premise is she suing the federal government, the airline, and Ibom Air. Before we delve right into the details of today's news, if this is your first time here, you have not subscribed to this channel, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Who is your news plug exactly? Who is your news plug exactly? Are you sure you're getting the most reliable and authentic news? Are you sure? Are you sure about that? Anyway, to stay tuned to this channel, please click on the subscribe button down below. Turn on the post notification bell. Also, leave your thoughts and your opinions in the comment section below. Without further delay, let's delve right into the details of today's news. Comfort Emmanson, an Ibom Air passenger who was forcefully removed from the airline's aircraft on Sunday, August 10, has taken legal action against the federal government and the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority, among several others. Speaking during a press conference on Friday, public interest lawyer Ayodele Ademiluyi, on behalf of a passenger, demanded 500 billion naira as damages and breach of law in the handling of two recent aviation sagas between Emmanson and Ibom Air and Fuji singer Ayinde Marshal and ValueJet. The suit filed under the number FHCL CS 163225 lists as respondent the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the Attorney General of the Federation, Minister of Aviation Festus Keyamo San, NCAA, the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria FAN, Ibom Air, ValueJet, the Nigerian Correctional Service, King Wasiu Ayinde, the Nigerian Police Force, the Governor of Akwa Ibom State, the State Attorney General, and the airline operators of Nigeria. Please, how this thing take concern Governor of Akwa Ibom State? God do. Now what? Anyway, moving on. Ademiluyi said the decision to take the legal route is aimed at ensuring accountability and the protection of public interest in the matter. Decrying the level of systemic rot in the country, the lawyer said the different actions taken by the federal government, the airlines and security agencies are worrisome. Calling for a total overhaul of the Nigerian aviation industry, Ademiluyi accused the federal government of treating Emmanson case with a sledgehammer while slapping the Fuji singer on the wrist. It's a gross imbalance. There was no arrest, no arraignment, no prosecution of Mr. Kwamwan. In fact, he was rewarded with a brand ambassadorship for the aviation sector. What message does that send to the public? He argues that the appointment of King Wasiu as a brand ambassador was inappropriate and undermined the integrity of the sector. If someone can stop a plane with their bare hands and be appointed a brand ambassador, it sends the wrong signal, Ademiluyi said, stating that the suit filed against the respondent is a public interest one. Ademiluyi accused the aviation minister, Festus Keyamo, of appearing to speak for the airlines involved in both saga. Further calling for proper sanctions against the singer, Ademiluyi warned that political connections must not be the basis of sanctity and respect for the rule of law. This is not about celebrity status or political connections. It's about the sanctity of a rule of law, he said. The lawyer also faulted the role of airline operators of Nigeria in the Emmanson case, accusing the body of acting as complainant, prosecutor, and judge. When it initially imposed a life ban on her, a sanction later withdrawn, Ademiluyi stated. He further urged the judiciary to use these cases to show its uprightness in upholding justice for the Nigerian populace. You all, let's have your total new opinions in the comment section below. What do you guys think of this? Before we go, my people, let's take a look at some of the reactions we got online. Sebastian Ihanacho says, you know that nothing will come out of a suit. The Nigerian judiciary is the legal department of APC. So are the other institutions mentioned in the suit. Nigeria has become a banana republic where impunity is the order of the day. Castro says, this is the right decision, the right direction. If APC government and Ibom Air refuse to do the right thing, you should go to International Court of Justice, drag Ibom Air and get your justice. Shegun says, it seems this lady is taking a lot too far. Instead of her to enjoy the goodwill of a government who released her on free conditions, she still allowed herself to be pushed by some charge and bail lawyers who wanted to cash out anyway. There is no harm in trying, but if the case later boomerang, nobody should come to the social media to comment rubbish. Tell the Truth responded to that comment by saying, this baby lawyer cannot cash any kobo out of this case, I bet. If he pursues this case seriously, he will be putting the girl into such much trouble. For example, what concerned Kwamwan in Comfort's case, that the lawyer joined Kwamwan in this suit. Secondly, Ibom Air will now slam the girls some claims of damages to their aircraft. The evidence is too glaring. I don't just know what has gone wrong with some of these Lagos lawyers. Maybe his rent is due and his landlord has been troubling him. And also, I noted that there was no mention of the nude videos that was posted or the act by the air hostess of Ibom Air, to raise up her top. There was no mention of that, none of that. Even if at all she wanted to sue, I think that's the angle that she can, get some sort of compensation if he was coming from that angle. But obviously, his intention is not to protect her image. Moving on, another comment says, the lawyer that filed this suit is incompetent. Why drag so many needless defendants into the action? I just think he's trying to chase clout. End of story. That's it. He's trying to chase clout because if not, are you mentioning governor of Akwa Ibom State? What's it concern governor of Akwa Ibom State concerning Comfort Emmanson? She might have been from the state. She might be from the state, but what's it concern him? Was he there when this whole issue was happening? He wasn't even involved in it. So what's it concern him? Why are you drawing him into this case? That's how you know that he's not competent. Moving on. And on whom it will be extremely difficult to effect service of the court's papers. After crossing the order of service, the court will be frustrated with a barrage of preliminary objections, which will necessarily drag the matter and ultimately frustrate it. Simply, the suit should have been filed against Ibom Air alone. Thank you very much. The same thing I thought. The suit should have been filed, against Ibom Air alone. Or, if you want to just narrow it down, against the hostess that, exposed their breasts. By this way, the proceedings will be faster and less complicated. The lawyer has exhibited crass incompetence in handling this case. Lawyer wey no know im work na kpako. Lawyer wey no know im work na swegbe. One divine says, dead on arrival, remember that the lady refused to exit the plane following several directives to exit, which led to a forceful injection. Wasiu will also fight for his health issues and led to the fracas, while he would have to defend his reason for standing in front of a plane. Another comment here says, for me, this is not necessary. Those encouraging you to do this don't mean well. You should have a rethink. You are going too far. Not good enough. I know that there are some lawyers that would be going to whisper in her ears, pushing her, urging her forward, egging her on. But when she entered the pit, pit is meant for those who dig pit. That is when you will know that trouble is meant for those who are looking for trouble. Because if we are sharing blame, I think you are going to take a huge portion of a blame. So, and this lawyer self is a very incompetent one from what we have seen so far. So it's not going to favor you in any way. Let's have your thoughts and your opinions in the comment section below. Thank you very much for always listening and watching, guys. I'll see you all in my next video. Bye for now.